Cool guys, so we're talking about hollow holds and the whole kind of progression series within hollow holds, right? So again, we're trying to train that anti-extension core, right? And we've just been talking about various different ways, and now we're going to be on your back where you're going to be supine and you're not fighting against gravity, you actually got the floor to assist you. Now when it comes to teaching this, first thing you're trying to do is you're trying to build up that isometric strength for your client, okay? Always remember, the intent is everything. So what are we trying to challenge? We're trying to challenge not being in this extension, right? So the first thing here is you want to consider breath work and actually breathing out, setting that diaphragm up and then coming up. So that rib position, that's important, right? The next thing is to bring one leg up and then the other leg there into this hollow or boat-like position. With your hands beside you and this knee here, we're just shortening the lever, so we're making it easier for our client. That way we can build that isometric strength and that feeling, that feedback of what this feels like. When you're coaching this, you can be like, you can try and put some resistance here, just so you can feel that your client can feel what's going on, and actually you can feel what kind of strength they have. Rest. Okay, so that's pretty tough, right? So then we want to try and make that a little bit harder. So the progression could be from there, we want to go up, take our arms over, so same thing. Exhale to set the ribs, and then fight here, stay tight, stay small. This pelvis is going to be in a nice locked in position by having this knee here, all right? This position's good, arms nice and locked and loaded, toes pointed down. That's a really good progression from that half hollow. And then we want to look at, okay, before we go into both legs, because that's really challenging on that core, you know, when those hip flexors kick in, then the whole, you know, the QLs, everything wants to drive that back up off the floor. Well, what do we want to do? We want to try and teach them that space, but try and lessen the load. So great thing is to go like a banded hollow. So Ollie's going to just lock it around the middle of his feet. He's going to come into that same position and he's going to do the exact same intent. Exhale to get the ribs down, arms long. You want to try and keep the band under tension the whole time and keep working here, all right? That way, you know, the client's learning that position all the way through, but this band is just making it a little bit easier, all right? And then obviously the next progression, guess what? Man, it is the no band, right? And this is tough, right? To build a client up into this for 30 seconds is a challenge, right? Rib cage down, arms pressed up nice and long, everything's tight, and you can challenge this by trying to see, are they going to break? You can, you know, touching your client, teach them what's going on in this position, exhaling all the way out, really getting that diaphragm up so the core's having to like crunch twice as hard. That way, you know, we can challenge that, you know, being in that weak position of big, we call this a rib cage boner. No one wants to see your boner. Drop your rib cage down. And the progression into any kind of gymnastics work and just teaching that position is important, starting here with the hollow holds.